Hey everyone, it's Melissa Hurt of Integrative Studio, and I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like your lower back is so tight, it's hard to just function in your daily life? Well, I'm going to show you a stretch from the practice of yoga that's going to absolutely help with that. All you need is a yoga strap. So sometimes when the lower back is tight, it's actually because lower back, top of the glutes. The glutes are so tight that they're pulling on the lower back. And the hamstrings are tight, so maybe they're pulling on the glutes. As we know, everything is connected. So we're going to release the glutes to release the lower back. We're going to start by lying on your mat. And as you lie on your mat, be sure that your feet are the width of your yoga mat. And I like to have my arms out like a T to help open the chest for a nice, easy breath. And we're just going to do some easy windshield wipers going right to left. So this is a good little primer. You can see it's a gentle twist. And we're not only massaging the glutes from when they make that contact point rolling across the mat, but it's a little twist for the lower back. It's also lengthening the inner thighs, which are also connected to the pelvic floor, which is the bottom of the pelvic basin. As I said, everything is connected. They're all neighbors in some way. So as we lengthen the inner thighs, right now we're lengthening the outer hip, the IT band. Everything is getting a nice little primer for what's to come. And the windshield wipers also is super relaxing in my opinion. This is one of those moves you do before dinner, right when you get home from work and you just want to decompress, let go of the day at work and start connecting to your relaxing home life. Do some windshield wipers. Easy breath in, easy breath out. All right. So now we're going to have the knees towards the ceiling. Make your feet hip distance and make sure your hips, ribs, and shoulders are in a nice alignment here. We're going to grab the strap, unroll it. I've got a little tail on mine, but that's fine. And you're going to bring your left knee to your chest, straighten the knee, bring the ball of the foot a little closer to you. Place the strap at the arch at the ball of the foot, and then lengthen the leg so the foot is towards the ceiling. And now from here, you've got a nice long line happening with the leg. We're going to now straighten the right leg. And here's where it gets fun. When your leg is straight, if you're tight, you might have shortened the waist because all those tight muscles are pulling this towards one another. You're going to take your hand into the meaty part of the top of the thigh, press that away, and then also use the strap to help pull the foot a little closer towards you. And that's where we get a nice honest release at the back of the hamstring towards the glutes. So once you feel like you can keep that space in the hip crease, you can bring your hands to both ends of the strap. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds, just breathing. So now the leg that's on the floor, what's it doing? You're pressing your foot as if it's pushing against a wall. So keep the thigh rooted down. Easy breath in, easy breath out. So keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Now, if your leg doesn't go as straight as mine, it just means your hamstrings are a little tighter than mine. It might look more like this. As long as you feel like you're pressing your foot towards the ceiling, that's what we're going for. Okay, so now we're going to take the strap into the left hand. Place your right hand on top of the right thigh. Keep the pelvis as neutral as possible because we're going to open this leg out to the side, only going as far as you can feel your pelvis still connected down evenly. Twist your belly button towards the right. And then we're getting into the inner thigh. Breathe here. This is a big stretch. So sometimes if it feels like the stretch is too intense, you can maybe not go as low down or prop a pillow between your thigh and the floor. But keeping that twisting action of the belly button helps to anchor the pelvis down. Just breathing here. Now we're gonna lift up that leg, change hands with the strap. Now again, press your hand into the meaty part of the thigh. Go over across the midline, and it does not take much to feel that IT band and the glutes. If they are tight, they will tell you. I like to say smile through this part, because if you scrunch up your face like, oh, it's so tight, then you're not going to be breathing. And we need the breath for this stretch, because the breath is connected all the way down to the quadratus lumborum at the lower back, and we're working to release the lower back. So the more that you're breathing, you're helping these muscles expand, and it's helping this stretch become a little bit more effective. Smile, breathe, celebrate your life. That's what we're doing here. All right, so now we're going to bring that leg back up, bend the knee, let your leg come out long, and just take a minute to notice a difference between left side and right side. Hopefully you feel more space. Maybe you feel more blood flow happening here. We're going to do that again, but for the other side. So bend both knees. Bring your right knee towards the chest. Bring the ball of the foot into the strap. Press it up towards the ceiling. Lengthen out now the left leg. And remember, this side hasn't done anything for like stretching really. And so you want to press your hand into the meaty part of the thigh. Get that length back in your waist. Let the pelvis be as neutral as possible. And then once you can keep that, just give a little pull on the strap. Keep pressing the left thigh down now. And just breathe and smile and say, yes, I feel the stretch. Now for any stretch that you do, ideally you want to feel it for at least 15 seconds, at least. And that's not 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 15 honest seconds. Because it takes about 15 seconds for the muscles to know that you intend for them to be lengthening in this way. So you feel an initial tightness, but the more that you're in it, that mind-body connection kicks in and it says, oh, I'm supposed to be getting long here. You mean for me to be in this weird position? Okay. And then it'll start releasing. So at least 15 seconds. I like to go for about 30 seconds to a minute. And sometimes if you have more time, go longer. Why not? Feels great. So you also will notice that as your leg is pressing up towards the ceiling, you've got ankle, knee to hip alignment. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go out to the side. So hold the strap in one hand, press the left hand on top of the hip, go out to the side, twist the belly button out towards the left. And you're still pressing the knee into the back of the leg. I know that's a weird feeling, but that means that we're extending the knee. Keep that action of the leg happening, even though it's in the strap. Get the inner thighs long. We don't really think about the inner thighs too much when we're stretching, but they are sharing real estate with the pelvic floor, which is the pubic bone. And if the inner thighs are tight, they're going to be pulling on that connection point, which might be then pulling on the pelvic floor, which is impacting your breath. And if you can't breathe well, you just don't feel well. And then the pulling of the pelvic floor could also coincidentally result in a pulling of the lower back. I mean, everything is connected. I know I keep saying that. So don't neglect any muscle system. They all need it. All right, let's pull that leg back up through center. Change hands with the strap. Press the meaty part of your hand. Press the meaty part of your thigh away with your hand, rather. And then we're going to cross the midline. Hello. And just smile and breathe. Say, yes, I feel you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I know it sounds corny, but we really do need to celebrate the body. Don't ever come up with the story of, why are you so tight? You're making my back tight. That's not helpful. The more that we can celebrate, wow, you're tight because you're doing so much for me. Thank you. Let's release you and help you feel better. I know it sounds weird, but it really does work. Get those good biochemical feelings in the brain to circulate through of appreciation and gratitude and love for yourself. It helps release the stretch. All right, a couple more seconds here. Good. Let's take a breath in. Release the foot from the strap. Just let it come out long for a moment. Just feel, left side, right side, yummy. Now let's come back to our windshield wipers. Bringing the knees to bend, feet are the width of the mat, and now go side to side. And then maybe you feel a little bit more movement. Maybe there's a teensy bit more rotation, more release in the lower back. And then to finish this off, we're just going to roll over to the side, push ourselves up, and we're going to come into just one downward facing dog. So placing the hands down, anchor the feet, hip distance, push, lengthen the spine, bring those heels down towards the mat. If you want to slowly pedal the heels up and down, that's great too, but focus on that lower back area. You're lengthening that back up towards the top of the wall behind you. Lengthen, breathe. Big breath in, let it out. And then we'll bring our knees down. Just feel the openness in the space. Now I'm going to link a video to the end of this video that talks about that connection of the pelvic floor with the breath. It really is important, and it is connected to everything we did today. If you don't physically feel well, you won't emotionally, mentally feel well. I want you to feel well so you can be purposeful, clear, and productive in your life. Thank you.